Oh boy. I'm gonna do my absolute best to not completely piss off the entire gaming community. At least that's how it feels like with all these hardcore Diablo fans destroying Diablo Immortal. And well, I'm just gonna try and be brave enough to talk about this game in a different light. So let's just cut to the chase. I'm gonna start off by really just talking about some of the great things about this game. I don't wanna just also completely ignore why people despise this game either. So first, I'm just gonna start off talking about this game as if it was a regular review for a mobile game. And then at the end, we're gonna get into the whole controversial side of things and why Diablo fans are so mad at this game, why, you know, the whole thing with Blizzard and just people in general hating that company. We'll touch on that for sure. But for now, let's talk about this game and why I actually, and I'm not joking when I say this, this is a really great phone game. Like, this phone game slaps. Like, comparing this to I'm a mobile gamer. Like, I do mobile game, right? Like, I will always prefer to play a console game than a mobile game. But there were certain times in my life where I was in school and I didn't have a handheld, so I only had my phone and I wanted to game. I personally think it's a great alternative for those who don't have a handheld console and want to play on the go. So I love mobile games. I'm so thankful for them. Okay, so now that we got that out of the way, let's get into why I think Diablo Immortal is such a solid phone game. The game's just pure fun, dude. It is a very fun game. I also want to talk about why I think that this game is the perfect game for people who are new to the Diablo series. Hear me out. Everybody chill. Hear me out. It's just pure Diablo at its essence. And a lot of people, that's the thing. I'm also not going to act like the people who are complaining about this game don't acknowledge that it's a fun game. This is a fun game. It is a well done game. And I actually think that is what's contributing to so many people hating. Why is it a good game, man? It feels so smooth to play. And I feel like for people who don't really know about Diablo but would like to, for free, get a little taste as to what it's like, this game's perfect, dude. It is perfect for new people to try Diablo. And that's why I want to make this video and talk about this game. At the end of the day, I understand all the hate toward this game. I really do. I just think all this hate can really turn off a lot of other gamers to this game who could get a lot of enjoyment out of it. And isn't that what video games are for? Just pure fun? So no, I'm not going to tell people not to download this game, not to at least give it a shot, because it's a fun game. And I'm advocating for fun and happiness here, dude. A little bit of my Diablo background. I finished Diablo 3. And got the platinum for that game. So I 100%ed it. I did almost everything that I could in that game. I loved it. I'm not one of those hardcore Diablo players that went through, 100%ed everything and then continued to do the endless game loop. Once I got the platinum, I was like, oh, I did it. Especially because one of those trophies took a really long time. And I said that was amazing. I will not touch this game until Diablo 4 comes out. Although I am very interested by the Diablo 2 remake. Anyways, I like Diablo. So it's not like I don't know what I'm talking about when I say this is a solid Diablo game. When you're playing the game, it feels smooth. It feels good. It doesn't feel like a mobile game necessarily. And especially if you're able to get like an Xbox controller or a PlayStation controller and connect it to your phone so that you're playing through Bluetooth, dude. Oh my gosh. We've come a long way with mobile gaming, and even I played it for a while. For like the first 3-ish hours or 4-ish hours I played this game, I didn't really have a nice setup with a controller, so I just also wanted to give it a shot, and it felt good. It felt good, the tapping and the moving. Like, I did not mind it. Although when I did connect, a controller to it and I was playing it like a proper game, I never wanted to go back. It felt even better. It felt more like it's not a mobile game. Like, this is a game that I could just fully invest myself into and play every day for a while. The combat feels good. The enemies look amazing. Let's talk about the visuals, dude. Some of these levels, they just look so cool. They have that high quality Diablo setting, dude. Like, I remember there was one portion of the main story where there was like this thing that was trying to come at me from underground, and it just looked so massive, and I was like, I was like, oh my god, what is that thing? Am I gonna go against it later? And it just looked so cool, dude. The detail put into this game. And I think that was the thing. I kept seeing this game and being like, dude, this could be on console and it could be a really nice game. Touch up the graphics, make it run even smoother, dude. Oh my gosh, this would be amazing. But in the back of my mind, I always had the thought that this is a phone game, right? I'm purely comparing it to other phone games, nothing else. So the bosses are awesome, the gameplay feels smooth, the whole leveling up aspect and the RPG portion of this feels amazing, dude. Having all these different characters that you can choose from at the start of the game and having them all feel so different. And then not just that, but like genuinely, like, again, with most phone games, I feel like you don't always get this feeling of at least not this high quality of progression and excitement to learn new moves and see how it's gonna affect your gameplay. So far, I've only have one character, and I think I've got about 7-ish, 6-ish hours into the game, and he's got so many cool moves, dude. He's got this one move where he like throws his shield like Captain America style and comes back to him. He's got this other move where like he whips out this sword of light and he comes and he slams down with the sword of light and all the enemies go pfft. He can get on a horse and just like hack and slash people, dude. Bash his shield onto the ground and like light energy blasts and affects all the enemies. There were so many cool moves, but what made it even more fun is that by me playing the game and leveling up those moves, by leveling up my characters, the moves would morph into cooler moves. And not just that, but I got to the point where I unlocked too many moves. So then if I wanted to, I could equip different moves and just like try out different combinations of builds and see which one I have the most fun with. Or try one build for a little bit and then switch out the moves again and try that for a little bit. The possibilities with this game in sense of that were really cool, dude. I really liked that it was so in depth. It was so well made. It was so fun. I had this really cool chain move where when I first started it, I just kind of could like smack people with it once in like a really wide range and it would stun them, and it was really fun, and it was one of my favorite moves to use. And then eventually, once I got high leveled enough, that move leveled up enough to the point where now I can just swing it around and hit everyone with it. And when that first happened, I was like, oh my gosh, a move that I already loved, and it just changed like a literal game changer, dude. Completely different move. Like but it worked so well. And again, I'm just talking about the Templar, dude. I don't even want to get into like the monk and the wizard and the necromancer and all these different characters that you can experiment with, dude. Oh my gosh, so much fun. And all I kept thinking is like, dude, this is a free game that I got to download and I'm just dinking around with, dude. You really can just lose, you know, the sense of time and just get lost into this game. I've never really been the kind of Diablo fan to follow Diablo for the story, but dude, the story in this game is also really solid. They have really solid voice acting, and it feels like a good amount of thought was put into some of these little quests. And yes, while I am the kind of Diablo player that just skips all the dialogue and just continues to play for the gameplay, I can acknowledge that the little bit that I did pay attention to was cool. Getting into like the more specific parts about this game, I never felt like I really had to stop playing or stop progressing through the game. Like especially at the beginning, I felt like I was just going. Now, the footage that you all are seeing is of the little bit that I played today. I finally reached a part in the main campaign where I had to reach a certain level with my character before I could progress. Now that hadn't happened up until this level. Like I had to be level 35 and I was level 33. So I was only 2 levels away. Even then it wasn't that bad. And honestly, it took me about 30 minutes to get to level 35 and be able to continue the campaign. And I was having fun while I got to those levels. Why? In the meantime, you know, I picked up some bounties and I just kind of like went to places that I had already kind of, you know, been to in the past and completed those bounties. Got a whole bunch of loot from that while also leveling up my character, leveling up my moves, picking up cool little new pieces of loot as I went on, and getting to stick around in some of these environments that I had already left. I got to revisit them and just be there a little bit more. As someone who's just kind of blasting through the game, it was nice to revisit these things and just get to experience it again. Now, another reason why those 2 levels didn't feel that bad, already being level 33, is because as I'm doing this, I'm also feeling this sense of accomplishment because I'm completing other little achievements that the game has for you. There's like this free battle pass. You can obviously pay for it, or you get the free version that gives you some rewards as you progress. And you know, in each little section that you explore on the map, you have like a little progress bar for that as well, and whatever challenges you complete in that section of the map gives you points towards that. And for me, it was really easy. Whenever there was like a little red dot on my screen, I would click on it and it would say, okay, you have completed all these little things. Hit claim. I would get a bunch of rewards. I'd level up my battle pass while leveling up my character. So you're not just relying on doing the little missions and killing the little monsters to level your character up, because as you're completing all these other little things in the sections, those give you experience to your main character as well. Now, I don't know if this gets reset with a new character or if this carries over with a new character. If it does get reset, that's a good thing, because that means that with each character I can go ahead and complete everything as the way that I have been, and it isn't going to impact the speed at which I get to level 35 with those characters. Now, if these little achievements don't get reset and they carry over, then I could definitely see how if I were to create another character, it would take me a lot longer to reach level 35. But I haven't really tested it, so either way, getting there with my first playthrough It has been fun. Like any other phone game, it has a thing where if like you log in every day, it gives you little rewards. I unlocked this really cool helmet today for logging in for 7 days. I keep collecting these little rift crystals so that I can create these little dungeons where the more little rift crystals that I have, the rarer the loot will be in the dungeon. I get one of those free a day, and again, like sometimes I just kind of check in and I don't play, but I collect those. So every now and then when I do decide to sit down and play it for a little bit, I can use up all those crystals, do a dungeon, and you know, kill cool bosses like this and just kill all these hordes of enemies. That is super satisfying when I'm using all these new moves. Even my base attack move, it used to be like light, and then now I unlocked it to be like fire. Like I did not know that I could change that as well, dude. That's crazy. That's crazy. And that's it. That's all I really have to say about this game. If I was making a regular review, that would be it. I would end the review and say, guys, definitely try out, because for a phone game, this is solid. For a free game, it is okay. Okay, so let's just do it. Let's get into the controversy. I get why people hate this game. One whole aspect to this is how much hatred there is towards the company itself. There's been a lot of talk of the horrible things that happen in this company and the way that they, you know, treat their employees and you know, some stuff that has happened in between the employees that isn't okay either. So I know that as it is, Blizzard already has a bad rep for that, which is totally warranted. I'm not gonna take away from that. It's there. Then you have your Diablo fans. When this game first got announced, I think they didn't really go about it the best way by saying like, oh, you all have phones, don't you?
Is there any plans to make this playable on PC, or is this strictly mobile?
We don't have any plans at the moment to do PC. Do you guys not have phones?
Yeah, you guys all have phones, right?
Obviously, the whole community was pissed because they all wanted to see Diablo 4. I wanted to see Diablo 4. We did not get the Diablo 4 announcement, so a little bit of salty about that already, right? Oh, but we're going to put it on PC. Yeah, no, we wanted Diablo 4, and they're salty because of that, which is, once again, completely understandable. I am replacing Diablo with any other game that I'm extremely passionate about, whether that be Final Fantasy, Kingdom Hearts, Skyrim, Elder Scrolls, whatever. I would be upset too if I was hoping to get that sequel game and instead I'm getting a phone game. Trust me, as a Kingdom Hearts fan, I know what it's like. It bites. Am I gonna hate the game for it? No, of course not. But yeah, I'm salty. I would be lying if I said I wasn't salty that it wasn't a console game, but I also wouldn't hate the phone game just because it's not what I wanted it to be, right? And then lastly, you have all the other people who don't really know what's happening and are just jumping on that hate bandwagon and saying, oh my gosh, they're trying to make money out of this game. And then they're advocating and saying, dude, I don't really know, man. All I've heard is that this game sucks and that they're trying to steal your money. Like, I don't really know too much about it, but I hear that some of the things they're doing is deplorable. Like, I've heard that like it costs like this much money to max out a character. Like, they're so messed up. This is so messed up. So you got these 3 different parties just absolutely hating this game, dude. And that's just kind of how life is. Like, it makes sense and I understand it. And again, I definitely sympathize a lot more for the people who have a grudge against the company for the messed up things that have happened. And I also sympathize with people who are just massive fans of the series and wanted a sequel. I get those. I get that entirely.
I also want to mention that I completely understand that Blizzard has made some major oofs with microtransactions in their other games, and that's also carrying over here. It's like, really? You're doing it again?
As for the people who are just kind of like hopping on the bandwagon and just, you know, see out an opportunity to hate on the game or maybe get some views, like, I'm not too sure about that, but I also do understand it. I mean, right? The option's there to talk about it. It might get some more views. Like, why not? But that is why I wanted to make this video. Because there might be a lot of other people who don't fall into either of those 3 categories. And there's this free game on their phone that they could try. And I know there's a lot of people who are going to say, no way, don't tell people to try it. It's a thing about morals, and if they try this game and people download this game, this is going to continue to happen, and they're going to keep making phone games, and they're going to keep having microtransaction because we're downloading this game. Really? Do you really think that if a select few of us, because let's be real, not everyone's gonna hop on board with that, but if a select few of us don't download this game and tell everyone not to download it, that these major companies who their whole, when it comes down to it, the whole point is for them to make money, that they're gonna stop making these things? No, not really, man. Like, at the end of the day, what I'm trying to say here is mobile games make hecka money. right? Like, we already know this, and this is why they did it. This is why they wanted to get into this game. They wanted to make a lot of money. This is why they made the game, and that was gonna happen whether we liked it or not, because as it's already been talked about, you might not, I definitely haven't, and I won't. There's gonna be people who sink hundreds of dollars, if not thousands of dollars, into this game, and only having a couple of us not download the game and not even try it or not praise the good parts of it, that's not gonna change the fact that it's still gonna happen, and they're still gonna make a lot of money from it. So I think that's where I'm coming from. Like, that's why I want to make this video, dude, because like everyone's all riled up about this game for different reasons, which again I can respect and understand, but the whole aspect of like, tell everyone that this game sucks and that you hate it and don't try it, I don't think that's fair. I can't speak for Blizzard as a company, but all I know, man, is like, as time goes on, people leave the company and new people join in. It would suck for one of these new people who their whole lives they've wanted to work for a company. Maybe they used to be a fan of Blizzard or I don't know, and this was like their dream job. They got to work on this game. They're super proud of it, man. And let's be real, the game's dope. Like, the game itself it slaps. It's good game, and a lot of people who complain about this game acknowledge that it's a fun game. You're dang proud about the game, and then all you hear is all this backlash, dude. You just got your new job that you were super excited for. You just released this game that you're super proud of, and that's the worst part. It is a good game, and people are kind of acknowledging it, but they're not focusing on it. So when it comes to the whole company thing, I guess I'm just gonna say that, right? Like, we don't really know. People come in and out of the company, and I'm just thinking about the new guy, right? Hopefully the new guy with a good heart. And then for the Diablo fans, I get it. It sucks. It sucks. As a huge fan of the series, if you're that big of a fan, this game could potentially get more people to love this game, man. The reason why I wanted to make this video is I want new people. This is what I say. This is what I want people to take away from this video for everyone who hasn't played Diablo. Give this game a shot. Give this game a shot. Play it for, again, I played up to like 6 hours of it without ever being impeded or feeling like I needed to really waste money on the game at all. And if you like it, get Diablo 3 or get Diablo 2, the remake. The series is awesome. The franchise as a whole is awesome. Like, when it comes down to it, Diablo 4, there's so much hype for that game, dude. And I'm gonna make a video on that too. But that's my point. Like, I get why you guys are so upset, and I get why there's so much, you know, animosity towards this game. But also, like, if you love the series that much, why don't, you know, be open to the fact that like there might be a lot of new people who've never played Diablo who could taste this game and then go play the real version or a good version, right? I do want to talk about the money thing though. I don't know if it is because I played the game for about 3 hours before watching any videos on it. I had it, you know, I was pre-registered for it. I was really excited for it, and I was loving it, dude. I was loving it, and I did not see any issues with the store or with the, if anything, yeah, I fell into the thing of like, oh, $1, dude, nice. I'm not gonna spend $1, right? I don't need to. But I mean, maybe if I invest like 20 to 30 to 50 hours in this game, I might consider spending $1, because I am a mobile gamer, and this isn't my first rodeo, right? The amount of times that I've gotten like lost into phone games where like I put way more time than I'm probably proud of, and these deals come up, right? These deals come up. Never ever spending 10, 15, even 5, dude. Even $5 is rough. But I'll definitely, if I've spent like a solid 30 to 40 hours into a game, I'll throw $1 at it. I would even be open to throwing $5 at it. Anything past that in one sitting, probably not. So playing this game for the first 3 hours, I saw no issue with the store or the way that it was all designed, because I didn't feel the need in the first 6 hours of the game to buy anything. I was just getting a sense to what the game was like. So the whole, you know, this company is so evil, and they're really like, they're making it seem like they're mind controlling you, or they're like casting a spell on you. Like we're all just dumb, mindless zombies that have no self-control. And again, I think it also, this is huge, the fact that I've played a lot of mobile games, so I'm super used to it, and I'm not the kind of guy to spend money on it, so it didn't affect me. It didn't affect me at all. And it wasn't until I started watching so many of the videos of people talking about it, I was like, ooh, yeah, no, that doesn't sound good. Now, let's talk about the big glaring issue here, which is the post-game. That I'm going to 100% acknowledge sucks. I was waiting to make a video on this until I got to the end of the game, the campaign, and got to that point that everyone's speaking of where like you have to, you know, start spending money on these legendary shards or gems or whatever the heck to be able to play the post game or beat the game or whatever, I was gonna wait. But then the more that I played this game, the more fun that I was having with it, I was like, that's not the point of this video. The point of this video is when you talk about how like this is a solid free phone game that you can invest a couple hours into and have a good time with and potentially fall in love with a new franchise. That's why I'm making this video. I'm not telling you to download it to get to the end of the game to spend hundreds of dollars. I'm telling you to give it a shot because Diablo is an amazing franchise. And if you're a newcomer to the series and you want to try a free, little sample of it, this is it. Does it suck? I'm not there yet, so I can't speak for it, but does it suck that maybe, there will come a day where I will get to the end game and I won't be able to progress because I have to spend money on it? That does suck. That does suck. Do I think it's like crummy or like scammy, or do I hate Blizzard for it? No, because every other phone game does it, There's a couple that don't. There's a couple really good ones, but the vast majority of it, that's the entire point. It's either, you pay to get there easier, or you invest hundreds and hundreds of hours into the game to get to that point. So I guess that's all I'm trying to say. These people who made this game, this mobile game, didn't do anything really that different than any other company has tried in their phone games. The only thing is, Blizzard, I guess, got smart and put it all in one game, and they're trying everything. But again, I've played a lot of other games with a lot of similar tactics, and I guess that's maybe why I'm not as fazed by it. But I do want to acknowledge that this is because I've played other mobile games, right? I am also very sure that this is something that's contributing to all the hate that this game is getting. Probably a lot of people who don't play mobile games and aren't used to this kind of stuff are seeing this and are getting livid, and they're like, this is ridiculous, this is stupid. And it's because they're not used to it, and I am. So, I also can't really fault them there, right? Because they've never experienced it, they're not used to it. So as someone who plays a lot of these, that's just in a mobile game, that's a thing. It's the norm. It is the absolute norm. You have to go into it thinking, I'm not gonna get the full Diablo experience here. I'm gonna get, some of that experience for free. And if I want to get the full experience in that mobile game, I'm gonna have to pay probably a lot of money. But that goes for any phone game. Yeah, again, there probably are some exceptions, but almost any phone game. Like, you will probably get a nice taste of it. But if you want to really dig deep into it, you have to either spend thousands of hours into it or pay money. But that's just a fact. And the big thing that I'm trying to get here is, people, we as gamers, we love video games. We play them for fun. This game is fun, especially at the beginning. So give it a shot and just don't spend money on it if you don't want to. Don't spend money on it if you don't want to. Let's just end on this. I'm excited that Diablo 4 is coming out. I think that I love the Diablo series. I am excited and looking forward to continue to pick at this game, because this isn't a game that I want to just like play for hours on end. I want to pick at it a little bit every day, see how far I can get until I feel like I either get bored of it or I feel like I can't progress because I've spent money on it. And if I get to that point, I'll play Diablo 3, I'll play Diablo 2 Remake, or I might even play Diablo 4 if that game's out by that time. I hope y'all get what I'm saying. I hope y'all get where I'm coming from. I'm really, oh my gosh. I hope you all get the vibe from this video that I am not doing this to make anyone upset. Like, that is the last thing that I want to do. Will some people get upset? Maybe. But just know that's obviously not the intent here, right? I'm just trying to advocate for a little bit more positive spin on this game. The more positive side to this that I feel like a lot of people are just missing out on. But anywho, I think that all the things that have been said about this game that are bad still hold true. There's just a lot of good things that aren't being talked about that I think a little bit of light should be shed on them. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't really want to plug myself too much here because it takes I think that's going to take away a little bit from the point of the video. So thank you all for watching. I love you all, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.